have. Oh, we up to that already? For goodness.
Thank God.
The first ever tag team championship WrestleMania main event, which saw the Usos defend the undisputed WWE tag team championships against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which I'm going to throw in a little factoid here.
Yes.
Sami Zayn is the first person of Syrian descent and the first Muslim to main event WrestleMania.
Oh, well.
They're
They're all into diversity now.
Who gives a fuck? Honestly, I mean, he seems like a good guy. He seems like a good guy until you said that. I mean, you know,
we're still a good guy.
But I don't care where he's from, what he does. He's doing a good job. You know, you know, and you know, when you start bringing up,
they called it,
huh? WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
I tell you what, did he get a pop?
Oh,
did he get a pop when he walked out? I mean,
guy they've got at the moment.
Owen's got a, you know, like a, you know, a popcorn fart, and friggin' well, you know, and he got a fair blast. So, you know, just quickly on this storyline.
Yes.
I didn't get the Jay Uso turning on Sami, you know, Zayn a couple of weeks after the whole incident. I didn't get that because it ended up being absolutely nothing. It ended up not, you know.
Well, I think they were trying to put over that he liked. Yeah, I loved Sami Zayn as my brother, but my blood will always sort of overrule. So you forced me into making the decision, sort of thing.
Yeah, but he walked out on the middle of the beating.
But that was the whole thing, was to try and build speculation. Is he going to side with Sami? Is he?
It didn't work for me. It didn't work. He should have been a little bit more physical. Yeah, I don't know.
See, now that they've lost the belts, and then on Raw, Roman didn't want anything to do with them, and Heyman wouldn't let them into the dressing room. Oh, no. You know, they're strategizing with Solo for the big tag match, which never ended up taking place. Anyway, I still think there's a wee way.
There's going to be a turn?
I'm willing to have a $2 bet with you. Jay will still turn.
But you're on. $2 bet. Australia, you hear the bet now. $2. The Usos turn. Is it the Usos turn on Reigns, or is it Jay turns on them, or is it both of them turn?
Jay will. Well, I think Jay will turn on Roman. He's going to drag Jimmy with him over. It may well end up the Usos against Roman and Solo.
All right. Okay. $2 on it. Done.
So we've had the Usos 622 days as champions, but in their combined title reigns as tag champs over 1,000 days. Interesting to note, it was the first time members from the same family main evented both nights of WrestleMania from the Inoue family. There was a lot of history in all of that, and I've got some other stats a bit later when we get to the Roman one, but very, very interesting there. Geez, I'll tell you what, they're almost the second McMahon family there now.
Well, they're the new Hearts, aren't they, really?
Wow, yeah.
They're the new Hearts. They're the new, dynasty of wrestling.
And you know that Rikishi's got another 4 sons.
Jesus Christ! Obviously, he didn't
own the TV.
He took the words out of my mouth. Yeah. Obviously, he couldn't afford to buy a TV. They didn't pay him too well as a wrestler.
Yeah, so there could be about 6 or 7 of them going.
Jesus Christ!
Almost a soccer team, but anyway, good match. I put good pace. The thing is, everybody got their shots in, their spots in, their moves, their finishes. Heaps of false finishes. KO through the English announce table. Those Haluma kicks, I really liked it. I thought, and I'm still saying here, main event Jey Uso has got to be the next big thing. He's too good. He is a cut above all of the ones in the bloodline. His facial, his way. I'll tell you what, if he was stocks, I'd buy shares in him.
Yeah, no, look, he's very, very good. He's the better one of the two brothers, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually very much like Roman with the charisma.
Yeah.
It's not the size.
Yeah.
Just not the size,
No.
So, I think because he's, I had to say this about an Islander, but he's small for an Islander. He's
Well,
not the biggest Islander going around.
no.
So, but no, you're right. He's got the charisma.
There's
Like
something
the
about him.
look when he's looking at you, when you see him looking at somebody and he's angry at him, you believe that he would
he's believable.
out of this dude. He's believable.
You
He's a
he
guy
could
that
be
you wouldn't
another
want to.
Sami Zayn type pop, sort of. I think he could.
I think you'd have to.
And I think if you build it long enough, and then when they turn, when they've been that much of a heel and they turn, they get like a massive run again, but really popular.
What would turn him as a face big time, and I don't know if they'd ever do it, but Jimmy turns on him for Roman.
Anything's possible.
That would be a huge problem. Then he has to take on Jimmy and get at Roman for turning his own twin brother against him.
Yeah, I still think even if at some point Roman drops the belt eventually at some point, there's a whole nother path they can go down in another 6 months.
And I still believe that
Cody.
Yeah, Cody will take the belt at some point.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about it.
I think Anyway, but great match. There's not really much for me to pick apart on the match. 4 great talents. Definitely was worth the belt changing over for that, for continuation of storyline. I'm going to give it 8 out of 10.
I gave it 9, and I think it's only the third time I've given a 9. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now, that was a WrestleMania quality match and a quality main event match.
Yep, I agree.
And that sort of saved the show in a lot of ways, even though it had a couple of good matches leading in. But I was super, super impressed. And the finish was good, The Haluma kick to Jay by 2, and then the stunner, and then the third Haluma kick. And it wasn't botchy. It was quite a strong finish.
Yeah, no.
But you got 4 good workers. It makes a hell of a difference.
That's it.
All right, so that was night 1, Anthony. Done and dusted.